Alright, hello everyone. We're gonna do a little bit of a long form Dungeoneer journal entry today, I think. Yesterday's was a short, like a time lapse. So we got kind of this tunnel figured out. The exit B was here, led to like a. I think these are the last two shorts I uploaded actually. This is like a little flat area down this spiraled staircase. There was like a pit here, an opening right behind it with like a little ledge they could kind of skirt across. And then the 18th was what's inside of this opening, which was like a glowing crystal room with an offering bowl on top of an altar. And I don't know, I put a little pouch like right here by this corpse on the ground here, but that seems a little too obvious, so I might actually get rid of that because I was gonna have that be what the party needs to place into this offering bowl. But yeah, I think I am gonna get rid of that. Hold on, get the old trusty white out. Yeah. I don't like how like in plain sight it is, so we're gonna get rid of that. Just paint right over it. Okay. Never even existed. Okay, so let's let that dry for just a second before we flip back. But we've got this path and the little fork here. So we've got to tackle the A route, which I've got set up for us here. But I kind of want to roll on it first. This Dungeoneer journal has a ton of really helpful tables at the front of it that I've got flagged. But I don't want to... Let me get this a little quicker. Yeah, come on. Come on, dry. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, fuck it, we're good. Alright, so I'm gonna get... Where's my bookmark? So let's go to the tables. So there's idea generators here. But I don't know, maybe we want more of like a theme. Ooh, rooms. Okay, hold on. This could be nice. Let's do let's see what we got here. We'll roll. These are all D66 tables, so you roll 2d6 to figure it out. Fantasy rooms, modern rooms. How about we roll twice? Gothic, heist. No, let's do an idea generator, and then we'll figure out what room it's in. So, we've got idea generator. Let's roll it. Dude, I didn't decide which one was which. So, this is the 10s, this is the 1s. We've got... Did I say this was the 10s? Okay, I forgot immediately. Alright, 33, idea generator. Natural. Ugh, we're already in a cave, come on. Let's re-roll that. We're already about as natural as it gets. We need a deviation from that. 54. Industrial. Okay. Let's get it back over here. I realized I could just fold this over, but... And then we'll roll again. I guess you can see it over here. For rooms. We'll apply it to both. 35. Training room or observatory? The observatory. Ooh, wait. Okay. Industrial. Observatory. I got an idea. Okay, we're going to head back to this. We'll go one page over, and I will fold it. So which direction are we coming from? Coming from the south. So we'll fold it. Let's get our opening drawn here. Yeah, this has been pretty fun. It's the biggest struggle, personally, is I do not consider myself even a little bit decent at art. So it's been hard to like kind of tackle that and just keep going despite it. Okay, so let's say we got the tunnel. We'll bring it up a little bit. Give it some variation. And then I was thinking maybe we do... Why don't we have this room be like a serious brain buster? So we've got your typical rectangle room. I'll thicken these up. Okay, kind of do like a little bit of overlap just to give it like a cavey, natural kind of vibe. I don't know if that's actually what it does, but in my brain, it is. So, let's do... I had an idea, so maybe we'll do like a couple rooms. But first, we'll say it's lit. There we go. We got some torches. It's my universal torch symbol. And now I'm going to say there's... like kind of rhomboidal shapes, and these are going to be your boy is not measuring these, so these are going to be, there's the glass. That's the only way I know how to make something like shiny, is by putting that stereotypical kind of glare thing on it, you know. So these are glass windows. We'll say they're glass windows on the floor. Reinforce them a little bit. There we go. So I'm thinking we've got these big glass doors or windows on the ground. And we'll say large rhombus windows on floor, comma, overlooking industrial mining quarrying operation. So the people who have this operation running, I kind of assumed it like we'll do... Not we'll do. That doesn't make any sense. What did I have here? So I had in just a couple of rooms of 4. They get in, so they come down. This is technically the first floor of the third floor, first room, and it's this tunnel. They walk down, and there's just a bunch of like pickaxes and crates and all this shit like strewn all over. And we'll say, you know, this is common knowledge. People know that there's like that there are very valuable things to be found in this dungeon, and this is the work of people who are too afraid to kind of keep going. There's a little bit here, but even here you can see once they get down here, they do end up stuck. And if the party does go past here, this staircase crumbles as they walk over it. You guys can't even see what I'm talking about. Alright. Here. There's this little circled area. That staircase is going to crumble. That's how Homeboy got left down there. But no, it can't crumble. You know what? There can't be a corpse down there then. No. Actually, we're just going to cross that out. We're doing a little bit of retconning here. So, we're going to say that... I'll come back to that. So these are like the kind of, you know, the people who are trying to mine this area, like the upper levels who are too afraid to make it any further. And good thing they didn't. And then, yeah. And then we'll say if they head this way, they're stopped by... Well, what are we gonna say? We'll say there's an entrance here. There's an entrance here. I do want this to be some sort of... Actually, we've already, and we're like, what, 3 floors in? And I've had a puzzle already. Let's chill on the puzzles. We'll say... And then we'll do one more over here. Okay. I don't know what we want to do in here. What are we going to do in this room to have prevented people... So we could do A, B, C. And then why don't we have these be locked? There's the symbol for locked. Okay, that's fucking terrible. There we go. They're all locked, and now we could have a key associated with each of these, but I do think they need to fight to get them. So why don't we do... What could be here? See, I don't know what the enemies are yet, and those usually come afterwards. So what if we did statues? that come to life. Kind of an oldie but a goodie. I'm trying to be like, I'm not trying to overthink this dungeon as I'm creating it. I want it to be like a little Saturday morning cartoony sort of, you know, little predictable but like just fun, kind of old school. Yeah. So yeah, we could do statues. Their enemies. 3 doors locked. But associated statues form the key. We'll do that in question marks because we don't actually know yet. I was thinking maybe like some part of them could become the key. But how did the people who are, or how did the whatever is manufacturing or mining down here and quarrying, how do they get out? Is what I'm curious about. That could be technically what happens over here in this crystal room. Hold on. Rudolph Murphy. It could be what happens here if they find something that they can offer. Maybe this like crystal wall like separates and they can get through. Maybe. And maybe that's how they get down. Maybe it's like a deep stairwell. Hold on. Let's see. We'll just do doorway question mark. There we go. Maybe we'll come back to that. Alright, but for now, we've got the statues for them to fight. We've got... Let's do some... columns here. See, I wish I was a better artist because it would just be so much easier to like make this stuff like, you know, people would understand what I'm trying to draw here without like a whole load of explanation or, you know, the arrows that I draw everywhere. I mean, they're mostly for me though, so I know what the hell I'm drawing. Columns. There we go. I don't know if anyone else has this issue, but when you don't like how a letter looks, you just go over it and over it and over it until it's no longer recognizable, and then you have to buy whiteout and essentially start over. Okay, so we got the glass windows overlooking an industrial mining quarrying operation, 3 doors locked by statues. Potentially. What is that? 6 total enemies. And maybe there's a way to get these. Let's say keys attainable without combat. ... To be continued. Okay. It's a short one, but I mean, you know, it's an entryway. I feel like that's okay, you know. that's the whole thing about this book, is it's not like, oh, you got to design your entire dungeon in a day. It's literally room by room. And so things just kind of build. And then, like we've done already today, you can go back through retcon shit. Like we gotta cover up this corpse anyway, so we'll do that. But yeah, you do one thing at a time, and then it just turns into it's a larger picture of a ton of tiny images, which is kind of fun. Usually, it takes some of the pressure off, because I don't know if y'all are this way, but goddamn, I am definitely guilty of like trying to do something for fun and having it turn into something that's way too serious, and then I get burnt out or disappointed in myself, and I scrap the whole thing intending to start over, never do, get distracted, get a new hobby. You know how it goes. But yeah, so yeah, I think where we're at, I think it could be cool. I think we've got the windows, that's a little bit of foreshadowing. I guess they could technically break through. Ooh, that's a good point. Should we, let's draw already. Should we put a height? I would say like, let's say 70 feet below. That way, maybe if they got rope, they can go full fucking SWAT team and just blast through those windows. Yeah, I think it's turning out. I think it's definitely turning out. I'm liking where this is going. The kind of secret, sort of like very Hobbit inspired, back of the cave wall opens up, sort of deal. Yeah, this is Dungeoneer, baby. Dungeoneer Design Journal by Pandion Games. It is so badass. I'm having a ton of fun with it, and even if you get a couple days behind, it's still like, once you're in the groove of it, which takes a whole 3 days to accomplish, I feel like you're just, you can't wait to come back. I'm thinking about it while I'm at work, and God, I don't know. I mean, yeah, check it out. PandionGames.com. The condensed version's cheap. This is on sale currently. This is like the full version. Pick it up, try it out. You can start whenever. But yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in for more. Bye.